Despite the huge budget that will make taxpayers dig deeper into their pockets to fund it, the standard gauge railway's benefits justify the financial burden, according to the Transport CS James Macharia. The CS says that the project is on course and will start operations on June 1st, as promised. In his tour of the SGR and its affiliate road projects in Mombasa, the CS refuted claims that the electric model used by Ethiopia is far more superior to the diesel system that Kenya will use. Leila Mohammed reports from Mombasa on the final touches of the government's biggest infrastructure project yet.
From the skies, one cannot miss the marvel that is the standard gauge railway. From the cranes of the newest berth at the Mombasa port, the vision of the beginning point of the railway is clear. The Mombasa Marshalling Yard is the center point where cargo from the high seas will begin its journey to inland Kenya and the rest of East and Central Africa.
There is not a single route between here and Nairobi which has not been sorted out in terms of land compensation.
Once the 489-kilometer line gets to Malaba in Busia County, the government of Kenya will have spent close to R1 trillion shillings. The cost of Mombasa to Nairobi line alone, which is almost completed, will cost the taxpayer almost 447 billion shillings.
Do you feel that it is too much a budget for Kenyans to be able to counter?
It could have been a problem if we had spent so much money and it was a luxury project. So what will happen is with this investment, our gross domestic product will go up, and therefore, in terms of repayment of the loan, it will become a lot easier because you have more revenues, more incomes, Kenyans will have better benefits, and therefore, the issue about debt will not arise.
Passenger travel from the lighthouse that is the Mombasa West Station to Nairobi will be in under 5 hours. The MD, Kenya Ports Authority and the CS Transport say that 60% of goods from this particular area will be transported by the SGR. The remaining 40% will still benefit hauliers, settling concerns that with the new rail, job cuts would be a reality in the transport sector.
Our users, the port users, should expect to see more cargo fluidity. And with the coming of the SGR, it makes it even better because there's no dwell time.
The CS, who toured various interconnected transport projects in Mombasa County, has also brushed aside political claims that having a dry port further inland will be detrimental to the economy of the coast region.
The port is in Mombasa. There is no way you can carry this ocean to Naivasha. So the clearing has to be done in Mombasa, and then the cargo will move into the hinterland. What this means is that there will be more activities happening in Naivasha or Kisumu.
The project has been criticized for what many believe is not a technologically advanced railway system that has cost Kenya more than Ethiopia, which is doing their project for less.
Ethiopia, as a matter of fact, is class 2. By class 1, what it means is that you can, for example, have 2 containers stacked onto each other. So we can carry more load compared to the one they have in Ethiopia. Secondly, even in terms of the volumes which can be carried, in terms of the speed, class 1 is obviously a lot more superior.
Kenya says it is confident that the quality of not only the track but the trains that have been criticized on social media is up to standard. Just this week, Kenya Railways received 3 passenger locomotives, 8 passenger coaches and 120 open-top wagons to be deployed on the standard gauge railway line. The CS, who also inspected the construction of a dual carriageway connecting the Moi International Airport and Mombasa town at Changamwe, notes that transport needs to be interconnected to ease movement of goods and services. He later visited the Dongo Kundu bypass that will run under the SGR line and serve passengers going and coming from Mombasa town. Leila Mohammed, NTV Business.